the sleepy town of Dreamsville. In the cozy corner of a faraway land, there was a town named Dreamsville. Dreamsville was not like any other town you might have heard of. It was the sleepiest town that ever existed. Every house was painted in soft, calming shades of blues, purples, and grays. Every evening, as the sun set, a gentle lullaby played from the town's clock tower, signaling it was time for everyone to rest. The people of Dreamsville loved their sleep. There was Mrs. Drowsy, the baker, who made the fluffiest of dreamy muffins. With every bite, one could feel a gentle wave of drowsiness. There was Mr. Snooze, the librarian, who maintained a collection of the world's most relaxing stories. And then there was little Sarah Slumber, the youngest resident of Dreamsville, who had the unique talent of yawning in a way that made everyone around her want to take a nap. The animals in Dreamsville were no different. Cats napped on every porch, dogs dreamt peacefully in the park, and even the birds perched quietly on the trees, chirping soft lullabies. One peculiar thing about Dreamsville was its Dream Fair. Once a month, the townspeople would gather at the town square, where they'd exchange dreams. Children would eagerly share tales of flying unicorns or candy clouds, while adults exchanged stories of serene beaches or peaceful meadows. But one day, a stranger named Mr. Haste entered Dreamsville. He was always in a rush and couldn't understand why everyone was so sleepy. "Why waste time sleeping?" he would say, rushing from one end of the town to the other. Seeing this, little Sarah Slumber approached Mr. Haste. With her infectious yawn, she asked, "Mr. Haste, have you ever felt the magic of a good night's sleep?" Mr. Haste looked puzzled. "Magic? In sleeping? I doubt that," he replied. Sarah then took him to the heart of Dreamsville, where the dream tree stood. This tree shimmered under the moonlight, its leaves a radiant silver. Sarah asked Mr. Haste to lie down under it. As he did, the tree dropped a single sparkling leaf onto his forehead. The next moment, Meister Haste found himself in the most wonderful dream. He was floating on a gentle stream, the sky painted with soft pastel colors. He felt a peace he had never known. When he awoke, he had a serene smile on his face. I understand now," he whispered. "The magic isn't just in sleeping. It's in dreaming, in relaxing, in taking a moment to just be." From that day on, Meister Haste wasn't hasty anymore. He changed his name to Mr. Dreamer and became a cherished resident of Dreamsville. And so, in the sleepy town of Dreamsville, life continued at its peaceful, dreamy pace, reminding everyone of the beauty and magic that rests in every quiet moment and every peaceful dream. Now, dear child, as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, may you find your own Dreamsville, where every dream brings joy and every moment is serene. Good night. Close your eyes and imagine you're standing at the entrance of a magical forest. This forest is safe and is your very own peaceful place. Find a cozy spot to sit down or lie back. You can even have your favorite stuffed toy join you on this adventure. Picture a small, colorful balloon in your hand. Every time you take a deep breath in, imagine the balloon filling up with air. Hold for a moment. Now slowly breathe out, watching the balloon softly deflate. Let's do this 3 times. With each breath, feel your body become lighter and more relaxed. Stretch your arms wide like the branches of a big, strong tree. Feel the energy from the tips of your fingers. Now, gently sway your arms from side to side, like the branches move with a gentle breeze. After a few moments, let your arms fall slowly and rest by your sides. Wiggle your toes as if they're the soft waves of the ocean, touching the sandy shore. Imagine the cool water and the warm sand tickling your toes. Once your toes have had their fun, let them rest and be still. Your body is now as light as a cloud. Imagine you're floating above the meadow, drifting slowly with the wind. Feel the softness of the cloud and the gentle rocking motion as you float. In the distance, you can hear the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, and the babbling of a brook. These soothing sounds make you feel even more relaxed. Imagine yourself descending gently from the cloud and landing in the middle of a beautiful meadow. The grass is soft and cool. Colorful flowers surround you, and their sweet scent fills the air. Feel the calmness of this place. In the center of the meadow, there's a magic bubble. Every time a happy thought comes to your mind, the bubble grows bigger and brighter. Think of your favorite things, happiest memories, or places you love. Watch as the bubble glows with happiness. Sit or lie down in the meadow for a few moments. Feel the grass beneath you and the warmth of the sun on your skin. In this moment, everything is perfect, and you are completely at peace. Slowly, start to become aware of the room you're in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms and legs gently. When you're ready, open your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Remember, anytime you want to visit your meadow again, just close your eyes and take this journey. sleepy little spoon. In a kitchen drawer full of hustle and bustle, where forks and knives jostled and chatted about their daily adventures, there was a little spoon named Spindle. Unlike the other cutlery, Spindle loved nothing more than a good nap. Every morning, after helping with breakfast, he'd snuggle up in the softest corner of the drawer, nestled between the napkins, and drift into slumber. The other utensils often giggled. "Oh, Spindle, always sleeping even when the world's awake," said Fergus the fork. But Spindle had a secret. Every time he slept, he dreamt of faraway lands where spoons were knights, defending kingdoms of soup, and where they surfed waves of hot chocolate. One day, as the knives, forks, and other spoons were sharing tales of butter spreading and twirling spaghetti, Spindle spoke up. "I may be the sleepiest spoon here, but I've traveled more than any of you." And with that, he began recounting his dreams. He spoke of his duels with giant meatballs and of diving deep into oceans of pudding to retrieve hidden treasures. He told tales of flying on napkin paper planes and dancing with sugar cube fairies. The utensils listened in awe. Nella, the knife, said, "I never realized that while we were busy with our daily tasks, Spindle was having these grand adventures." From that day on, every utensil in the drawer would huddle around Spindle after a meal, eager to hear about his latest, dreamy escapade. They began to understand that there's more than one way to experience the world. And so, in the heart of that cozy kitchen drawer, the little spoon named Spindle taught everyone that sometimes the most magnificent journeys happen not when we're awake, but when we close our eyes and dream. Now, my dear, as you cuddle up and prepare to drift off, remember that each sleep is a doorway to countless adventures. May your dreams be as wondrous as Spindle's tales. Sweet dreams and good night. Starla, the awake star. In the vast canvas of the night sky, where millions of stars twinkled in harmony, there was one star named Starla who just couldn't fall asleep. While all the other stars began to dim as dawn approached, preparing to rest for the coming night, Starla continued to shine brightly. She felt restless, always curious about the universe and what went on in the world below. "Why do you not sleep, Starla?" asked Luna, the gentle moon. "I want to see everything. The night is so short, and there's so much to observe. The dreams of children, the dance of the fireflies, and the silent wishes of those gazing up at me," replied Starla with a shimmer. Luna smiled. "The world is indeed full of wonders, but every star needs its rest to shine the brightest." One night, as Starla was gazing down at Earth, she noticed a little girl named Mia sitting by her window, looking restless. Mia whispered, "Oh, twinkling star, why can't I sleep?" Starla felt an immediate connection. Just like her, this little girl couldn't find rest. She decided to descend from the sky to talk to Mia. As she touched the ground, Starla transformed into a glowing, gentle figure. Mia, surprised and in awe, asked, "Who are you?" "I am Starla, the star who never sleeps," she replied. The two began talking and shared their tales of restlessness. Mia spoke of her exciting day and how her mind raced with stories and songs, and Starla spoke of the vast universe and its wonders. As they shared, Starla had an idea. "Mia, how about we help each other? You can tell me a story, a lullaby for the stars, and maybe it'll help us both find the sleep we seek." Mia thought for a moment and then began to sing a soft, gentle song. It told the tale of a universe where stars and children danced together, where dreams were woven into the fabric of the sky, and where every restless heart found its peace. As Mia sang, Starla felt a warmth she had never felt before. Her light began to dim, not out of exhaustion but out of contentment. The song worked its magic on Mia too, and soon her eyelids became heavy. By the time the song ended, both Mia and Starla were fast asleep, finding rest in each other's company. The next morning, Starla rose back into the sky, and Mia woke up feeling refreshed. But every night after that, if you looked closely, You could see one star twinkling a little softer, humming a gentle lullaby for all those who sought sleep. And that, dear one, is the tale of Starla, the once awake star. As you drift into your dreams, remember the lullaby of the universe and let it guide you to peaceful sleep. The Enchanted Forest of Dreams. In a faraway land, nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, there was an enchanted forest called Lumina. It wasn't like any other forest. Lumina was special because every evening as the sun dipped below the horizon, the trees would glow with a soft, warm light, and the whole forest would be bathed in a golden hue. In Lumina, there were no loud noises or sudden movements. Everything moved at a gentle, relaxing pace. The wind whispered sweet lullabies through the leaves, and the water in the streams bubbled with gentle laughter. One evening, a little girl named Ilara found herself at the edge of the forest. She had heard tales of Lumina from her grandmother, but she had never seen it with her own eyes. As she stepped into the forest, her worries and fears began to melt away, replaced by a feeling of peace and tranquility. The first creature she met was Lumi, a wise old owl with feathers that shimmered like 1,000 stars. "Welcome to Lumina," said Lumi with a soft hoot. "This is a place where dreams come alive. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the magic of the forest guide you." Ilara did as Lumi instructed. When she opened her eyes, she found herself floating on a cloud. Beneath her, the forest stretched out, its trees aglow, creating a beautiful mosaic of light and shadow. She felt weightless and carefree. The cloud took her to a glade where animals of all shapes and sizes were gathered. There was a group of rabbits, their fur as soft as cotton, hopping around playfully. Deer grazed nearby, their elegant antlers glistening in the moonlight. Even the fireflies joined in, their lights dancing and twirling in the air. In the center of the glade was a large, serene pond. Its surface was smooth as glass, perfectly reflecting the starry sky above. Sitting by the pond was Luna, a silver fox with eyes that sparkled like sapphires. "Ilara," Luna said, her voice melodic. "Every dreamer who enters Lumina is given a gift. Yours is the gift of understanding. Listen to the stories the forest whispers to you." Ilara sat by the pond and listened. She heard tales of brave adventurers, kind-hearted princesses, and magical creatures. Each story was more enchanting than the last, filling her heart with wonder and joy. As the night deepened, Ilara felt a gentle tug pulling her towards a large willow tree. Its branches hung low, adorned with delicate, shimmering crystals. Beneath it was a soft bed made of moss and flower petals. As Ilara lay down, the tree's branches enveloped her like a cozy blanket. The soft glow from the crystals, combined with the gentle hum of the forest, lulled her into a deep, restful sleep. When she awoke, the sun was rising, casting a golden light across Lumina. The forest, though still magical, looked different in the daylight. The animals were starting their day, and the streams sparkled in the sunlight. Lumi flew down to Ilara. "Did you enjoy your time in Lumina?" he asked. "It was the most beautiful dream," Ilara replied, her eyes shining with gratitude. "But remember," Lumi said with a wink, "Lumina is not just a dream. It's a reminder that there's magic all around us, and all we need to do is believe." Ilara smiled, thanked Lumi, and began her journey back home. She carried with her the memories of Lumina, a place of wonder and relaxation where dreams come to life. From that day on, whenever she felt overwhelmed or anxious, Ilara would close her eyes, take a deep breath, and let her mind wander to the enchanted forest of Lumina, where everything moved at a gentle pace, and peace and tranquility reigned supreme. And as you listen to this tale, may you too find comfort and relaxation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let the magic of Lumina guide you into a peaceful, restful sleep. Tedwin, the sleepy teddy. In the heart of a sunlit room, on a shelf lined with toys of all shapes and sizes, sat Tedwin the teddy bear. Unlike the other toys who eagerly awaited playtime, Tedwin had a tiny problem. He was always sleepy. No matter what was happening in the room, whether it was the giggles of children or the melodies of lullabies, Tedwin would yawn, snuggle into himself, and drift away into dreams. The other toys often wondered, why is Tedwin always asleep? Rocket Ray, a shiny toy rocket, once zoomed by him saying, "Wake up, Tedwin, you're missing out on all the fun." But what the toys didn't know was that Tedwin had a magical gift. Every time he slept, he entered the dreamland, a place where every teddy bear's dreams came alive. In this realm, Tedwin was a hero, going on countless adventures, from sailing the jelly bean sea to scaling the cotton candy mountains. One day, a new toy, Bella the ballerina doll, came to the room. She noticed Tedwin's perpetual slumber and felt a pang of sadness. Why does he miss out on all our daily dances and stories? That night, as Bella was winding down, she heard a soft murmur. Following the sound, she found herself next to Tedwin. She watched in astonishment as a shimmering portal appeared beside him, showing glimpses of his dreamy escapades. Seeing Bella's curiosity, the portal gently pulled her in, and for the first time, she entered Tedwin's dreamland. She was astounded by the magical world and Tedwin's brave adventures. She even joined him in a dance atop marshmallow clouds. When they returned, Bella shared tales of Tedwin's escapades with the other toys. They realized that while they were busy in the real world, Tedwin was having extraordinary adventures in another. From then on, the toys admired Tedwin not just as a sleepy teddy bear, but as the bravest adventurer they knew. They understood that everyone has their unique journey, whether in the waking world or in the land of dreams. So, dear one, as you close your eyes tonight, remember that just like Tedwin, a world of magic and adventure awaits you in your dreams. Embrace it and let your imagination soar. Sweet dreams and good night. The Marvelous Adventures of Mandy the Moose. In the vast expanse of the Canadian wilderness, where tall pines touched the skies and crystal-clear lakes reflected the wonders of the universe, lived a young moose named Mandy. With large, curious eyes and a heart full of adventure, she often wondered what lay beyond the boundaries of her forest home. Chapter 1: The Enchanted Forest. One day, while Mandy was grazing by the side of a shimmering lake, she noticed a peculiar stone with strange inscriptions. Intrigued, she tapped it with her hoof, and in an instant the forest around her began to change. Trees started talking, birds sang in languages she had never heard, and there was a magical aura all around. It turned out that the stone was enchanted and had transformed the forest into a realm where animals could speak and magic was real. Mandy's first friend in this enchanted forest was Bella the bluebird, who told her about the wishing star that could grant one wish to anyone who reached its peak. Chapter 2: The Quest for the Wishing Star. With a burning desire to see more of the world and experience adventures, Mandy decided to embark on a journey to reach the wishing star. Bella, with her knowledge of the forest's secrets, offered to guide her. As they journeyed, they encountered many magical creatures, including a kind bear named Benny, who had a passion for baking. Benny joined them, hoping to wish for an oven that never stopped baking delicious treats. Chapter 3: The Riddle of the River. The trio came upon a vast river, its currents too strong for Mandy to cross. There was an old turtle named Timothy by the riverbank who offered a solution. "Answer my riddle," he said, "and I'll show you a safe way. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?" After thinking for a while, Bella chirped, "The letter M." Impressed, Timothy showed them a hidden bridge, and the group continued their journey. Chapter 4. The Labyrinth of Lost Trees. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a maze made of trees. Every path seemed the same, and they soon became lost. Just when hope was fading, they met Luna the lynx, the guardian of the labyrinth. Luna agreed to guide them through the maze in exchange for a promise that they would plant a tree for every step they took inside the labyrinth. Chapter 5. The Peak's Guardian. After overcoming many challenges, they finally reached the foot of the mountain where the wishing star was said to be. But guarding the mountain was a majestic snowy owl named Oliver, who would only allow those with pure hearts to pass. Mandy, with her genuine desire to explore, Benny with his passion for baking, and Bella with her endless thirst for knowledge, all were deemed worthy. With Oliver's blessing, they ascended the mountain. Chapter 6. The Wishes. At the peak, the wishing star shone brighter than anything they had ever seen. Mandy wished to have endless adventures, but always find her way back home. Benny wished for his magical oven, and Bella wished to learn all the songs of the world. As they made their wishes, the star sprinkled them with stardust, sealing their wishes. Chapter 7. Homecoming. With the power of the wishing star, the enchanted forest returned to its original form. But the magic within Mandy and her friends remained. Mandy continued to explore, always finding her way back home. Benny opened a bakery serving the forest creatures, and Bella sang songs from all over the world, filling the forest with melodies. And so, under the canopy of the great Canadian wilderness, Mandy's tale became a legend, passed down from one generation to the next. And as the story ends, dear child, close your eyes and drift into the world of dreams, where perhaps you'll meet Mandy and join her on a magical adventure.